Hey guys, it's me, Poppy Rain here, and as I've mentioned in other videos, my goal for 2020 was to read at least one book a month. So today, whoops, sorry guys, I'm going to be sharing with you all the books all the books I started reading this month, and all the books that I actually finished reading this month. This is going to be any nonfiction books, any chapter books, or any poetry books. This does not include any of the children's stories that I read for this channel. So yeah. So books I've been reading this month that I have not finished yet are, for Christmas, I got this book by Ellen Hopkins. It's called Kill People. She's one of my favorite authors. Her and Jodi Picoult is my other one. Jodi Picoult, I'll try and do for you next month. This is for January, sorry, because I didn't mention that. But for February, I'll try and do a Jodi Picoult book. But, sorry guys, it's not want to stand up like this, and I don't feel like getting my stand out at this current moment, my tripod. I guess this will be fine. So Ellen Hopkins writes books that are in like poetry form, but they're not poems. I'm about halfway through this book. Some of the books I've read by her are Crank, Glass, Burned, Smoke. I think I read Impulse. Perfect I read. Tricks, Traffic. This is her newest book, though. I think I might have read Fallout. I can't remember. So I'm going to try and finish that book this month. Book number 2 is, as you guys saw, I started to do poetry reading on my channel, but it's not been very successful. So I stopped doing poetry readings that aren't my poetry. So I've been reading Where the Sidewalk Ends by my favorite poet, Shel Silverstein. I have several of his books that we covered this month. I gotta finish reading that one. We have another Shel Silverstein one. We have Falling Up, which again I started to read and have yet to finish. Both of these books, Where the Sidewalk Ends and Falling Up, again I'm about halfway through. So I'm gonna try and get those done for January. Before I start any new books for February, sorry. Before I get any new books for February, I'm going to finish the ones that I have started. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, at least 5 started. And I'm going to try and mix it up every month too, so I'm not reading all fiction books or poetry. I'm going to try and mix it up so I'm reading poetry and fiction and non-fiction. So this book is Tyler Knott Gregson's Wildly Into the Dark, Typewriter Poems, and the Rattlings of a Curious Mind. I started to read, that one. I've actually read this before. This is my second time reading it. I might reread a couple books that I haven't read in a while, too, if I run out of books that I need to read. I also have another Tyler, that one I'm not very far, this one I'm not very far into. I've only read, a couple, let's see how many poems I've read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've only read about 13 poems in this book, so I'm not very far. This is another Tyler Knott Gregson book that I got for Christmas. It's called Miracle in the Mundane. Poems, props, and inspirations to unlock your creativity. Unfiltered. I, again, am not very far into this one either. I just started to touch on this one. But for books I did finish, as some of them have to go back to the library tomorrow, so I'm doing this a day early, because technically the end of the month is tomorrow. But I don't know when I'll be uploading this, because I'm still waiting for another thing to upload. another video, and I don't want, I'm having trouble uploading stuff right now. So, sometimes it doesn't upload. And I have a lot of things uploading at once. Don't mind my boyfriend's niece. She's a pain in the butt. You might have heard her in backgrounds of other videos. We babysit her. We're just helping watch her till we have to go run errands and stuff. Because his brother's not feeling too good today. So I have another Shel Silverstein book. This is called Everything on It. This was my first time ever hearing of this. This is a poetry book. As you guys know. Here's a picture of Shel Silverstein. So I have that one. That was one of the ones I finished. Another one I finished was A Light in the Attic. This was the special edition, so this had 12 extra poems in it than the regular book, which I had never read the 12 extra poems. I think that's a better picture of him, honestly. I did a lot of poetry reading this month, mainly for you guys on the channel. I had another book.
I'm trying to know.
What are you doing? Go. Another book I got for Christmas was Victoria Erickson. I tried out her poems. She's a lot like Tyler Knott Gregson. This is Rhythms and Roads. I read that. That was really good. And then this book I highly recommend. Ted Dekker is a horror Christian author. I've read a couple of his books. I finally finished reading this in the month of January. I've been reading this for a couple months now. I'll read you what the back of the book says. It says, "Who am I? My name is Christy Snow. I'm 17 and I'm about to die. I'm buried in a coffin under tons of concrete. No one knows where I am. My heart sounds like a monster with clobbering feet, running straight toward me. I am lying on my back, soaked with sweat, from the hair on my head to the soles of my feet. My hands and feet won't stop shaking. Some will say I'm not really here. Some will say I'm delusional. Some will say that I don't even exist. But who are they? I'm the one buried in a grave. My name is Christy Snow. I'm 17. I'm about to die. So who are you?" So this guy wrote the book 3, which was really good. I really like his work because his work has like you think it's going to be one ending and something totally different. He throws you for like this huge, gigantic loop every time. One of my favorite works by him and this author and another Christian horror author, Frank Peretti, was House. That was really good. There's also a movie of it. It's about a family that gets trapped in a house. This, I want to say, is part of the Outlaw series. He has an Outlaw series. There's a bunch of books. There's like an actual book series called Outlaw, which talks about one of the characters in this book, Outlaw, and like Outlaw Story, which I've never read any of those, but he does have another series that talks about the characters that deal with Outlaw. I don't know how to really say this without giving too much away, but and the main characters in this book, Christy Snow and I'm drawing a blank. What the other guy's name is. Sorry, the other character. I think his name's Austin. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Austin Hart. They deal with the character Outlaw in here. I can't remember. There's another one of their books that I read that deals with Outlaw. I am drawing a blank. There's like one or two of them that I've read that I think I read both of them that deal with Outlaw. It's a really good series. It's really interesting. Like I said, they make you believe one thing. Like, the book starts out perfectly normal. Like, it's just your average normal book. Not like it's going to be some, like, mind-bending horror type book. And then the book, like, makes you think one thing, makes you think something else throughout the whole book. And then the end of the book hits, and you're like, wait, what? And it's not what you've been thinking the entire book. It's really crazy. It's really good. I guess I could say, if you're a Stephen King fan, you might like these books. The only Stephen King book I've ever tried to read was Dreamcatcher. I read about half of it. But I've seen, I think I saw bits and pieces of Cujo. I wasn't really crazy about it. Tried to watch Dreamcatcher, but my ex wouldn't let me finish watching the movie because she was scared of aliens. Even though she thought we were all created by aliens and we were all peanut people on the peanut planet. But whatever. She had a lot of mental issues. Not to say anything bad about people with mental disabilities, with mental health problems, but she was just kind of bizarre. But anyways, what else? I've seen Carrie, the new version. I saw all three. I've seen the new Pet Sematary, the original Pet Sematary, and the second one. I've seen the first Children of the Corn. I've seen the original It and both of the new ones. I'm in love with It. So, yeah. So I don't really read Stephen King. I more watch Stephen King. But I guess he'd be kind of comparable. And if you also like him, try Frank Peretti. Frank Peretti. His book, I'm not a huge, I don't like Frank Peretti as much. He's another Christian horror author. But his book Monster was really good. And just so you guys know, yes, they're Christian horror authors, but there's not a lot of emphasis on the Christian side of it. It's kind of like, in case you guys didn't know, Chronicles of Narnia. If you've ever read or watched Chronicles of Narnia, that's Christian as well. Aslan portrays God, because Aslan pretty much created Narnia. But again, there's not a big hint toward the Christianity part of it. So, his are similar to that. And then I wanted to point out, I have this book too. This is 5-Minute Princess Stories. A couple of them I read by myself. A couple of them I read for you guys on the channel. Which one? I read you guys Cinderella and the Lost Mice. And I read myself The Little Mermaid, A Special Song, and Beauty and the Beast, Belle and the Castle Puppy. I might read you guys a couple more of these, depending on how I feel and how time goes and stuff, because as I said, these are due back. Oh no, these are actually due back to the library next week, but I'm just going to take them back tomorrow, because we have to go out anyways. And this is the last one I have to read from the library anyways. So, I might read you some more of these. The ones that are left in here that I have not yet read are The Princess and the Frog, A Surprise Guest, Aladdin, The Desert Race, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, A Big Surprise, Sleeping Beauty, Buttercup the Brave, Beauty and the Beast, A Friend for Philippe, Cinderella, A Royal Friend, Tangled, Rapunzel's Story, Sleeping Beauty, Aurora and the Hopeful Dragon, and Little Mermaid, Ariel to the Rescue. So yeah, I'm going to try and read those either for you guys or by myself. Did you guys know that Beauty and the Beast is actually French? We learned this when we did my freshman year of high school. We actually did Beauty and the Beast as our musical that year. And my French teacher told us that Beauty and the Beast is actually French. It's Belle et la Bête. Which is cool. Just like my dad used to say that Pinocchio isn't actually pronounced Pinocchio. It's pronounced Pinocchio. Because it's like Italian or something. I don't know if that's true or not. But anyways, guys. So that I have time to make you some more videos today. I'm going to end this here. And besides, I really don't have much else to say. So hopefully I'll have at least 5 books for you for February that I've completed. And if you guys have any book suggestions, please let me know. I currently have a stack of books on my shelf that I'm waiting to read. And I'm going to reread some of the books that I saved. Because I have, like, some books that I've read that are really good. Because I usually get rid of my books after I read them. I do have a couple. Like, one of my all-time favorite books, chapter books, from my adult life, that is really hard to find. And I actually would like to try and find the movie of, is... Wow, drawing a blank. It's Searching for David's Heart. And then somewhere at my house, I have a couple other books that I started to read for you guys that never got finished. Pollyanna and Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. It's all small stuff because you guys weren't really too interested in that. So I never really finished reading those. So I should probably finish reading those as well. And I have some books that I've started reading myself and then stopped reading and started rereading and then stopped reading. So, yeah. So, okay, guys, I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.